Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today I have the king of connection, my brother, Mr. Jonathan Sprinkles. What's up, my brother?
Once again is on.
What's
How
going
you,
on?
how you doing, man?
There's the stars and there's mega stars. This guy is a mega star in the speaking business. The guy wrote 13 books, two international bestsellers, is on TV every week. But most important for me, has a heart of gold, right? And throughout my career, since 2002, I met a lot of cool people, and you're my favorite ones, brother. Probably the most creative mind, the most, you give one idea, we talk about one idea, he come back to 10. Right? A big story before with 10 ideas. No, for real. The guy is like, stop being creative. So one day I'm working, the UPS guy, boom, 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 knock the door, and I open up a package, and this shirt. Beast Code Roberto Monaco. I'm like, oh man, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Because like I always say, Beast Code. So this guy went there and sent me a custom made shirt. I'm like, oh man, thank you so much, but gets better. So Jonathan does an amazing event that everybody should go. It's called Connect Live, which I had a chance to go, was last year. And then right after, he said, hey, I have a gift for you. And he bring him the stage from everybody and actually quiet. And I open up the package. And there was another 3 Bisco shirts. Catherine Monaco, my wife, Sophia Monaco, my daughter, and Phoenix Monaco. Then you made me quiet, brother. So this morning, Sophie's 3. She wakes up with her shirt, Bisco, say, Daddy, can you wear your Bisco shirt? And I'm like, yeah, it's funny, man. So, brother, thanks so much and welcome, brother. Appreciate you very much.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here with all your people. And there's a big lesson in this. I believe that right now we're in a brand new era. I've been saying everywhere that I go that the world is flat. And what used to be that all the big brands were winning just because they were big and they were more well known. Well, budgets have changed and expectations have changed. The opportunities have changed. And so this is what the new platform is here. It's kind of box to box, not face to face. So now we have a new opportunity. So this is why today we're talking about why connection is the new currency. Ultimately, we all have to make the same currency, which is cash. But the fastest way to getting this cash now is by connecting with people. So what does that mean? It means that people like you and me now have to really focus on what makes the difference for people. Now, I'm not going to go into exact numbers because I don't want to ruin the gift. I don't want to spoil it, but I have a friendly bet with a colleague. He does like a gifting business, and he will say, oh, if you really want to get in with somebody like Roberto Monaco, he's a big Houston Rockets fan, go spend $3,500 and get him some front row tickets and he'll always remember you. Or spend $5,000 and buy a little piece of the hardwood court, or buy James Harden jersey, or find his favorite player and get an autographed jersey, put it in a nice frame. Now, those things are nice, okay? But here, let's just take a look at this. This is why my way is different. I'm not even going to say better. I'm just going to say different. Now, let's say I got a James Harden jersey or whoever, I know LeBron or anybody, right? James is a big James. Roberto's a big fan of basketball. So let's say I get anybody, whether it's Michael Jordan or LeBron James or anybody. Now that jersey and the frame is going to cost me anywhere between $700 to, who knows, maybe $5,000. It's not unreasonable to think that a framed signed jersey would cost $5,000. Well, where would that be though? Would that be in his backdrop because he has a framed LeBron James or Michael Jordan jersey? No, this is his business. And so he would see it on occasion when he's in his office, but for, let's say, $50 each, I was able to create shirts for Roberto and his family to partake in. And so now that's a memory that is always important. So now every time they put it on, every time they take pictures, every time they put it on their family photos for Christmas or whatever they do to commemorate, now it's always a reflection of that time, that bond that we shared. That's why connection is the new key. I teach a concept called the connection code. And the connection code, Roberto has his beast code, and I have the connection code. And this is part of the connection code. You want to go deeper into not just something that they can consume, you want to do something that they can metabolize. Let me explain and then we'll move on. Yeah. Consumption is like, let's say I have this drink here. Okay, it's like a pineapple carrot drink. Okay, I'm going to consume it. For the first couple minutes, I'm going to still taste it. It'll be on the aftertaste of my mouth. But 20, 30 minutes later, it's now in my bloodstream. I can't take it out if I wanted to. No matter what I did, it's now a part of my DNA. As connectologists, I teach you how to create opportunities where people metabolize part of that experience. So this beast code, it's just a part of who he is. It's a part of his family. It's a part of something that makes him happy every single time. I didn't put my name on it. I didn't put anything that reminds him of me, but that feeling that he gets when his daughter says, "Daddy, can we wear our beast code shirt?" That feeling is always reflected back in, hey, this is what my good friend Jonathan did for me. And that's part of the way in which we have to now start thinking about building new client and patient relationships with people so that we can start to turn those contacts into contracts.
I love that, brother. I love that. So what stops people from connecting at a higher level?
A self-limiting belief that either that number one, that they can't, that I'm just not creative, or nobody would really care. I don't know what to buy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm an introvert. I'm socially awkward. All of those self-limiting beliefs, they all go in the same bucket for me. And it's all the thing that says, I can't. What you need to know is that for everything that you don't know, there's a relationship that can get you there faster. Roberto, I know you're big in the chiropractic space. No chiropractor ever said, I just feel like I'm going to do an adjustment on somebody today. I've never been to chiropractic school, but I'm just kind of feeling it. I don't know. I just think I can do it. No, what do you have to do? You have to learn the process. You have to learn what to look for. You have to learn how to take them from here to diagnose and then ultimately create the result that you want with the plan. Well, for everything you want, there's a relationship that can get you there. All of those negative beliefs that you have, those can all be overcome with the relationship, helping people, someone who can help you to do things on a much deeper, more effective level that'll get you more of what you want. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I love that the idea that for whatever the problem, the gap, there's a relationship to close that gap with the problem. Now, some people may be thinking right now, well, you knew Roberto, that's why you made a shirt. But if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, mortgage broker, real estate broker, lawyer, and you're trying to build up connection and create that feeling of connection online, right? That you and I connected before, then I received the shirt, which is unbelievable. But how do you do that? If connection is the new currency, then how do I connect instead of how I transform, quote unquote, a friend or a follower into something more than that through connection? How do I do that?
That's a fair question. A lot of people say, look, if you know somebody, it's a lot easier. But what about the people who you don't know, the people who you want to know, or you only know a little bit? Well, remember this little acronym, LORA, L-O-R-A. There's 4 things that you can do. L, listen. This is what I did to Roberto. As he talked, and he kept saying, hey, let's do it, man. Let's go into beast mode, brother. Let's go into beast mode. Or no, beast code. Most people say beast mode. Let's go into beast code, beast code. I said, okay, well, that's the thing for him. I literally have it in my notes, beast code. And so I knew that was a thing for him. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I would do something with that at some point. So L, listen, just listen. People are talking about themselves all the time. People talk about what they love all the time. Even just from this conversation, you know, some of the things that Roberto is very passionate about. You know, obviously his daughter is one of the keys to his heart. Daughter asks, daddy does.
That's it.
So what does that mean? What are the implications of that? You do something that further connects him with his daughter. Well, you just created a space in his life. So L, listen. O, observe. People are talking about themselves all the time. How about you look at some of the things that they wear, some of the things that they use to write with, some of the tools. You observe how they interact. You observe their sense of style. You just look at different things around them that will tell you what they like, what they value, what they're passionate about. So I always teach in my Training Connect Live, there's a way that you can do it, and it's different than what most people do. You don't just watch. You want to start mining, M-I-N-I-N-G. When you're mining, mining is the process of digging for something, not just digging around, but digging for something. If you're mining for gold and you get quartz, then you need to keep mining, right? You search for something. So what we do as connectologists is I teach the process of mining. How do you look for certain things and then know that you're going to get a home run every time? So that's L. The O, listen, observe. The R is research. In social media, if you watch enough, even if they don't post often, the things they post about reveal what they're passionate about. Mm-hmm. If people post about politics, if they post about their family, if they post about sports or about business or about how fed up they are with something or about how they are really into running or swimming or biking or working out or trading baseball cards, whatever the thing is, people are talking about that thing all the time. And if you remember this is why this is important. Connection is greatest when you demonstrate that what is important to you is also important to me. Okay. So when you could show me that you're going to help me in my,
I want to unpack that, but that's power. That's that good. I just want to unpack the idea.
Yeah, cool. So for example, I gave the running example. So Roberto and I were talking about this earlier. So I kind of took up running a bit.
Yeah.
Now, most people would say, but I don't know your shoe size. I need to buy you some running shoes. No, I don't know your fashion. I don't know what kind of shorts or shirt you might like. No, I don't want to spend $300 and buy you a Garmin watch or a heart monitor. No, you don't have to do that. How about part of running? You know what? An important part of running is recovery. What about a stretch session for $50? What about a cryotherapy session for $25? So I just cut your budget in a third, and now you are occupying something that now you've shown that you're listening to me, and now that you know what's important to me, when you step in that line and say, hey, I want you on your next half marathon to think about me, let's keep that recovery going. Now all of a sudden, I see that you see me. And what is important to me is also important to you. And now I'm always grateful. So LOR, research, and then A. If all else fails, you just have no clue. You ask. You just ask and say, hey, tell me about some things that you like. And you start the conversations around there. What are some things that you are just irrationally passionate about? Tell me, you seem like you might be a business guy, a Wall Street Journal guy, a sports guy, a cigar guy. Tell me about that. And then you go back to the top just to get them started. Just tell me a little bit about you. What are some things you really are like? Is it family or what kind of, you start the conversation from there and then you lock it all in. You put it in here or you put it in here. You put it in your phone and make sure that you have a file on these people. And then that's how you're able to connect with them and open up doors that frankly, no Facebook ad ever would be, or algorithm ever would be able to.
No, I love it. And what I love about your work too, because when I went to Connect Live, man, I saw the true connection. It's not like a salesy type of like manipulation. I was like, man, the love and connection that you and your clients, your tribe had was fantastic. Some people maybe think, well, Jonathan, you're a charismatic guy. You're always able to connect. That's easy for you. Have you ever struggled with connection before?
Oh my God, yes. Yes. You know, this is what I kind of believe. I believe anything that anything you're really good at now started from something you were really bad at some point in your life. And that's where your passion came from. I know financial advisors who were bankrupt. I know people who talk on domestic violence who had challenges with that in their lives. I truly believe that the good Lord gives us those hurts to create and unlock a level of passion in our lives so that we're willing to go through that process and not quit, because that's how that's what makes us want to become better. So yes, absolutely. I've had some challenges with that. For everything that I do well, I don't look at myself as a natural. I look at myself as someone who's studied and has learned the process. The only difference is that I've always been a teacher. My mom was an educator for more years than I've been alive. So I've always had that love for educating and breaking down processes so that other people can come after me and I can teach very well. Listen, the first time I did a talk, I was so bad, I wanted to boo myself. I was horrible, but I just stuck to it. The first time that I ever wanted to build relationships with clients, I said all the wrong things. So from being bad, it taught me how to become good. And it has taken me on this journey so that wherever people are, wherever I meet you, sometimes people are a little embarrassed or say, yeah, but you don't know what no, trust me. I've been there or worse. And because of that, I know the way out.
Beautiful. I know you do a lot of TV, and I always enjoy watching your clips on TV. What is the because you're about connection. So when you have a segment and you're preparing for a segment, what is one tip you can give the audience here that you're trying to connect, not with one person to, like, I don't know, millions or hundreds of thousands? What is the psychology behind when you go to
opposite? No, you're not connecting with millions of people. You're always connecting with one person. That's okay. The key. You don't go from 1 to 1 million. You go from 1 million to 1. I'm not a natural. I've gotten coaching. I've invested in learning a lot. I've put 6 figures into my personal and professional development so that I think differently, so that I can behave differently, so that I can get better results. And one of the coaches I had, she said, this was a media coach. She said, listen, I want you to think about someone who you really, really love, like your best friend, someone who you would love to see right now. And I thought about one of my friends, and she said, okay, now put that person right there in the lens. Like, talk to the lens like you're talking to your best friend. And one of the things I love to do, I love to have a good time. I'm a joker, I'm a clown. And so I went from, hi, my name is Jonathan Sprinkles, and today we're going to talk about, to, hey, I'm Jonathan. Today we're going to talk about this. Yeah. Nothing had changed, right? Nothing had changed physically, but everything changed in me. I changed. So that's what I teach now. I now teach that same technique. You don't think, okay, I'd better connect and I'd better be very proper and make sure that I sound. That's just ego, Roberto. That's ego, trying to look good enough. But you know what? When we just relax and talk to our friends and tell the truth, there's an energy that is emitted from the inside of us that makes people say, that's my guy.
That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. So you do a lot of public speaking engagements. You're always flying everywhere. Obviously, COVID impact everybody's businesses, some for good, some for bad. In the speaking business, a lot of change, a lot of moving parts. What has been one of the biggest lessons you personally learned the last 6 months?
It's not how far you fall. It's how you bounce back. You know, this has punched a lot of us in the teeth. If you have a practice and all of a sudden the state shuts you down, so your income goes from this to this, right? Mm-hmm. That sucks. If you are used to standing on stages, or if you're an event person and you had this on the book. Roberto, look, if we could just be very honest, I'll just put it out there. The moment that the country shut down, I lost 5 figures in 5 days. And it just went up from there. It didn't get better. They didn't open it back up. It went up from there. and just things taken off the calendar over and over and over again. And when I speak, it's not inexpensive. It's actually, I've worked hard. I'm very proud to say that I've worked hard to request a certain honorarium. And so every event that started taking off, it was really tough, right? You start to multiply that really fast. But I had to redefine who I was. I had to get my bounce back on. I had to figure out, what does it take to come back, to get unstuck? And I started innovating a lot of the things that you talked about earlier, about how I'm a very creative person. And not only am I creative for my clients, this is something, oh my gosh, this will really hit home for you. I found that as I looked back over the last couple of years, I did more for my clients' businesses than I had done for my own. So this was my opportunity to finally take some of my own medicine. And I started rebuilding a lot of things. And I realized that it's never about, we just talked about this, it's never about the ocean. It's always about the sailor.
I love that. I love that line. I love that line.
It's never about what's happening. This is just exposing a lot of things. But, there's also some characteristics as well that we can look at. And you can know with absolute certainty how likely you are to come back. And I even did a little assessment, because through my journey of going down and then having to work my way back up, I created, in the spirit of my mother, an assessment. It's only 12 questions long. It takes 3 minutes if you read slow. It's really, really quick. And if I can share it with your people, Roberto.
Yeah. Do you want to share the screen now? Or
sure, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yep.
You will be able to tell.
Can you share? There's a button saying the bottom, share screen.
Let's see. Share screen. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you want me to put it up on the screen?
Yep. And then
okay,
yep.
Got it. Okay.
Should show up here anytime soon. I put the link below, by the way, guys. If you want to see, there's in the description of the video, there's a link for the assessment.
There we go. Let me see if I can get the other one open. I'm now going to show a Chrome tab. Come back. There we go.
Here we go. Oh, right there.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's just jsprinkles.com/unstuck. Do you have what it takes to get unstuck and thrive amidst uncertain times? And if so, how likely are you? And this is what this measures. Where are you? Where do you want to be? And what do you need to do to discover what might still be needed? Just 12 questions will reveal this for you. And it's really awesome. Just go to jsprinkles.com/unstuck.
Love that.
This little assessment will tell you everything you need to know, and it'll give you the next steps. It's not rocket science, y'all. You can tell with absolute certainty what's going to happen to you next by just answering a few questions.
My brother, thanks so much for adding so much value. I have like 3 pages of notes here in 23 minutes. Thanks so much, brother. Besides the assessment, by the way, guys, there's a link below here to take the assessment. I'm going to do after the call here. What's the other place that you recommend people to connect with you? I know you have a big Instagram account, Facebook. What is your favorite way for people to reach out to you?
So I'll give you 2 places. One, for the professional conversations, you will enjoy my LinkedIn. Just search for my name. Look, my name is Jonathan Sprinkles. It's only one. Okay. Or what's your handle? Look, just search Jonathan Sprinkles. Okay. I'm the brother. How about that? Look for Jonathan Sprinkles. But then also I have an event coming up. If you like this kind of thing, and if this is what you're looking for, and you're ready to just say, look, put me in the front of the line, I have an event coming up October 23rd through 25th called Connect Live. Those ideas that I told you about how to build relationships through your giving, through your campaigns, through all I talk about is how do you create better deals, better customers, and close them all faster using the power of connection. Okay. So all of those things happen. If that's something that you need, this is a brand new way of seeing it for many people. I will turn you into a connectologist.
I love
thinking about that. And you can go to connectliveevent.com. That is connectliveevent.com. And if you register through Roberto, make sure you put his name on there, and I'll make sure I'll just say I'll hook you up with something extra special. You're gonna see something in your own mailbox. Maybe the UPS guy will be knocking on your door or something like that.
By the way, man, I went to the Connect Live last year. It was fantastic, fantastic. I had pages and pages and pages of notes. I think I elevated my influence skills, my connection skills. So thanks so much, brother, for adding a ton of value in my life, brother. Much love to you, brother. Any parting words for us?
Hey, I want you to remember that no matter where you are or where you want to be, the thing you need to remember is that you're not stuck. I know that these have been some tough times, and client relationships have been tough. The economy has been tough. Things have been tough, but guess what? You're tough too. You've made it before through things, and this is just another opportunity for you to show the world what you're made of. We're not going to do things the same way, though. We're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it a better way. Right now, unlike any other time in history, humanity is going to win, because the people who want to do more good for people are the ones who are going to start to see the biggest gains the fastest. The money hasn't gone anywhere. People are just holding on to it, and they're giving their money to people that they know, like, and trust. And being able to build that is the most profitable skill that you can think of right now. So you can either wait and be passed by, or you can start working on that right now. But this truly is the new currency.
Love that. Brother, thanks so much. Much love to you and your family, brother. We'll talk very soon.
Yes, sir. Beast Code.
Beast Code, Connect Live. That's it, baby.